Alright. This is me reading over my lines for Breakfast Club. Alright. This is my scene. Just scene one. Alright. I'll read over the whole script though. Alright. I will not read the... Okay, I'll just read everything. Okay. And Claire's car day. We see Claire and her father sitting in their car in the parking lot. Claire. I can't believe you can't get me out of this. I mean, it's so absurd. I have to be here on a Saturday? It's not like I'm a defective or anything. Their father, I'm making up to you, honey. Didn't class to go shopping doesn't make you a defective. Have a good day. Into Brian's car day. We are in Brian's car. His mother is there, and so is his little sister. Is this the first time, Brian's mother, is this the first time or the last time we do this? Brian, last. Brian's mother, well, get in there and use the time to your advantage. Brian, Mom, we're not supposed to study. We just have to sit there and do nothing. Brian's mother, well, mister, you figure out a way to study. Brian's little sister, yeah. Brian's mother, well, go. Into Andrew's car. We are in we see Andrew and his father. Andrew's father, hey, I screwed around. Guys screw around. There's nothing wrong with that. Except you got caught, sport. Andrew, yeah, Mom already re-aimed me. Alright. Andrew's father, you want to miss a match? You want to blow your ride? Now, no school's gonna give a scholarship to a discipline case. Shermer parking lot day. We see John Bender walking towards us. He is wearing sunglasses. A car is coming towards him, but he doesn't stop walking. The car slams on his brakes directly in front of him. Out of the car steps Alice, and she is dressed all in black. She steps forward to look in the car's front window, and the car drives away. Into library day. There are 6 tables and 2 rows of 3. Claire is sitting at the front table. Brian comes in and sits at the table behind her. Andrew comes in and points at the chair next to Claire at the front table. She shrugs and he sits there. In walks Bender. He touches everything on the checkout desk and takes a few things in the process. Walks over to where Brian is sitting and points to the table on the opposite side of the library. Brian reluctantly gets up and moves. Bender sits at the table where Brian was and puts his feet up. Allison walks in. She walks all the way around the library and sits in the back corner table. Just behind Brian, Andrew and Claire look at each other and snigger. Brian looks at her in confusion and then turns away. Enter Richard Vernon, a teacher. He holds a stack of papers in his left hand. He addresses the group with such disrespect it makes you wonder how he even ever got the job. Vernon. Well, here we are. I want to congratulate you for being on time. Claire raised her hand. Excuse me, sir. I think there's been a mistake. I know it's detention, but, I don't think I belong in here. Vernon doesn't care. He just continues to talk. It is now 7:06. You have exactly 8 hours and 54 minutes to think about why you're here. Ponder the error of your ways. Bender spits into the air and catches it spit in his mouth again. Claire looks like she's going to gag. Vernon, and you may not talk. You will not move from these seats. He glances up at Bender and points at him. And you will not sleep. All right, people, we're gonna try something a little different today. We are going to write an essay of no less than 1,000 words. Describe to me who you think you are. Is this a test? Vernon passes out papers and pencils and takes no notice of Bender. And when I say essay, I mean essay. I do not mean a single word repeated 1,000 times. Is that clear, Mr. Bender? Crystal. Good. Maybe you'll learn a little something about yourselves. Maybe you'll even decide whether or not you care to return. You know, I can answer that right now, sir. That'd be no. No for me. 'Cause... Sit down, Johnson. Thank you, sir. My office is right across that hall. Any monkey business is ill-advised. Any questions? Yeah, I got a question. Does Barry Manilow know you raided his wardrobe? I'll give you the answer to that question, Mr. Bender. Next Saturday. Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns. Vernon leaves. That man is a brownie hound. Everyone tries to get comfortable, and we hear a loud snapping sound. Brian Jordan looks, and it is Alice biting her nails. Bender, you keep eating in your hand, and you are not going to be hungry for lunch. Bender, I've seen you before, you know. Brian, quietly to himself. Who do I think I am? Who are you? I am a walrus. Bender looks at him in utter confusion. Brian notices this and laughs and takes his pen out of his mouth. Bear, Bender, and Brian begin to take their jackets off at the same time. Both notice this. Brian stops removing his. Bender takes his all the way off. It's the pit, Brian. It's the pits, huh? Bender glares at him, and Brian utters an uncomfortable laugh. Bender turns away and crumples up his essay paper. He throws it at Claire. It misses and goes over Claire's head. Andrew and Claire acknowledge it, but continue to ignore Bender. Bender starts loudly singing the musical part of a song. Na 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 na. Claire to herself, I can't believe this is really happening to me. Bender stops singing abruptly. Bender, oh crap, what do we have to do? We have to take a leak. Claire, disgusted, please. Brian, Bender, well, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Claire just goes, oh my god. Andrew, hey, you're not in here, man. Bender, don't talk, I'll get embarrassed. Andrew, do it and you're dead before the first drop hits the floor. Bender, when you get angry, grr. Turns to Brian, hey homeboy, why don't you close that door? We'll mess with the prom queen. Andrew, hey. Bender ignores him, hey. Bender, what? If I lose my temper, you're totaled, man. Bender, like totally? Andrew, totally. Claire to Bender, why don't you just shut up? Nobody here is interested. Andrew, really? Claire about Bender. Bender, well, hey, Sporto, what'd you do to get in here? Forget to wash your jock? Brian, nervous. Excuse me, fellas, I think we should just write our papers. Andrew to Bender, look, just because you live in here doesn't give you the right to be a pain in the butt. So knock it off. Bender, it's a free country. Claire to Andrew, he's just doing it to get a rise out of me. Just ignore him. Bender, sweet, you can ignore me if you tried. Claire rolls her eyes. Bender, so, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend? City dates? Lovers? Come on, Sporto, level with me. Are you hot for each other? Claire screams, get lost, creep! Andrew, enough! Vernon yells from his office, hey, what's going on there? To himself, smug little jerks. Andrew to himself about Bender, scumbag. Bender, what do you say we close that door? We can't have any kind of party with Vernon checking us out every few seconds. Brian, well, you know the door's supposed to stay open. Bender, so what? Andrew, so why don't you just shut up? There's 4 other people in here, you know. Bender, God, you can count. See? I knew you had to be smart to be, a wrestler. Andrew, who are you to judge anybody? Anyway. Claire, really? Andrew, you know, Bender, you don't even count. I mean, if you disappeared forever, it wouldn't make any difference. You may as well not even exist at this school. Bender, well, I'll just run right out and join the wrestling team. Andrew and Claire look at each other and laugh at Bender. Maybe the prep club too. Student council. No, they wouldn't take you. Bender, I'm hurt. Claire, you know why guys like you knock everything? Bender, oh, this should be stunning. Claire, it's because you're afraid. Bender, oh God, you preppies are so smart. That's exactly why I'm not heavy in activities. Claire, you are a big coward. Brian, to no one in particular. I'm in the math club. Claire, see, you're afraid that they won't take you, so you don't belong, so you just have to dump all over it. Bender, well, it wouldn't have anything to do with it. You activity people being morons. Now, would it? Claire, well, you wouldn't know. You don't know any of us. Bender, well, I don't know any lepers either, but I'm not gonna run out and join one of their clubs. Brian, I'm in the physics club too. Bender, to Claire, excuse me a sec. Brian, what are you babbling about? Brian, well, what I said was I'm in the math club, the Latin club, and the physics club. Physics club. Bender, hey Cherry, do you belong to the physics club? Claire, that's an academic club. Bender, so? Claire, so? Academic clubs aren't the same as other kinds of clubs. Bender, oh, but to dorks like him, they are. Brian, what do you guys do in your club? Brian, in physics, we talk about physics, about properties of physics. Bender, so it's sort of social, demented and sad, but social, right? Brian, yeah, well, I guess you could consider it a social situation. I mean, there are other students, other children in my club, and at the end of the year, we have big banquet at the Hilton. Bender, you load up, you party. Brian, well, no, we get dressed up. I mean, but we don't get high. Claire to Bender, only burners like you get high. Brian, and I didn't have any shoes, so I had to borrow my dad's. It was kind of weird because my mom doesn't like me to wear other people's shoes. And my cousin Kendall from Indiana, he got high once, and he started eating like really weird food. And then he just he didn't belong anywhere. Kind of like Twilight Zone, kind of. Claire laughs to Bender. Sounds like you. Andrew, look, you guys keep up your talking, and Vernon's gonna come right in here. I got a meet this Saturday, and I'm not gonna miss it on account of you boneheads. Bender, oh, and wouldn't that be a bite? Me missing a whole wrestling meet. Andrew, well, you wouldn't know. Well, you wouldn't know anything about it, loser. You never competed in your whole life. Bender, the mock hurts. Oh, I know. I feel all empty inside because of it. I have such a deep admiration of guys that roll around on the floor with other guys. Andrew, aw, you never miss it. You don't have any goals. Bender, oh, but I do. Andrew, yeah? Bender, I want to be just like you. I figure all I need is a lobotomy and some tights. Brian, you wear tights? Andrew, Brian, no, I don't wear tights. I wear the required uniform. Brian, tights? Andrew, defensive, shut up! They hear Vernon moving around out in the hall. Bender laughs and gets up, and he starts walking towards the double doors. Brian, there's not supposed to be any monkey business. And turns and points at Brian. Bender in a stern voice, young man, have you finished your paper? Bender is messing with the door to the library. Claire, what are you gonna do? Andrew, drop dead, I hope. Brian, Bender, that's school property there. You know it doesn't belong to us. It's something not to be toyed with. Door slams shut. Bender runs back to his seat. Andrew, that's very funny. Now, come on, fix it. Brian, you should really fix that. Bender, am I a genius? Andrew, no, you're an idiot. Bender, what a funny guy. Andrew, fix the door, Bender! Bender, everyone just shh. I've been here before, I know what I'm doing. Andrew, no, fix the door. Get up there and fix it. Bender, shut up. Vernon is in the hall, he opens the door and storms in. Vernon, why is that door closed? For a few seconds, no one says anything, they just stare at Vernon. Vernon, why is that door closed? Bender, how are we supposed to know? We're not supposed to move, right? Vernon turns to Claire. Why? Vernon, why? Claire, we were just sitting there like we were supposed to. Vernon looks around and looks at Bender. Vernon, who closed that door? Bender, I think a screw fell out. Andrew, it just closed, sir. Vernon to Bender, give me that screw. Bender, I don't have it. Vernon, you want me to yank you out of that seat and shake it out of you? Bender, I don't have it. Screws fall out all of the time. The world's an imperfect place. Vernon, give it to me, Bender. Claire, excuse me, sir, but who would want to steal a screw? Well, close enough. Close enough. Very close. There, no big deal. Very close. Alright. Vernon, watch it, young lady. Vernon goes over to the door. He tries to hold it open by putting a folding chair in front of it. Bender, the door's too heavy, sir. Door slams shut. Despite the chair, they laugh. Vernon opens the door again. Comes back in. Andrew Clark, get up here. Come on, front and center, let's go. Andrew, hey, how come Andrew gets to get up? If he gets up, we'll all get up. It'll be anarchy. Vernon and Andrew are now attempting to move the steel magazine back in front of the door. Vernon, now watch the magazines. Bender, it's out of my hands. They get into the doorway and it blocks the entire door. Bender, that's very clever, sir, but what if there's a fire? I think violating fire codes and endangering the lives of children would be unwise at this juncture in your career. Sir Vernon, alright, what are you going to do with this? Get this out of here, for God's sake. What's the matter with you? Come on. Brian, you know this school comes equipped with fire exits at either side of the building. Bender to Brian, show take some respect. Running to Andrew, let's go. Go. Get back into your seat. Running to Andrew. I expected a little more from a varsity letterman. You're not fooling anybody, Bender. The next screw that falls out is gonna be you. Bender under his breath. Eat my shorts. Vernon spins in his tracks and faces Bender again. What was that? Vernon. What was that? Bender loudly. Eat my shorts. Vernon, you just bought yourself another Saturday, mister. Bender. Boo-hoo. Vernon. You just got one more right there. Bender, well, I'm free the Saturday after that. Beyond that, I'm going to have to check my calendar. Vernon, good, because it's going to be filled. We'll keep going. You want another one? Say the word. Just say the word. Instead of going to prison, you'll come here. Are you through? Bender, no. Vernon, I'm doing society a favor. Bender, so? Vernon, that's another one right now. I've got you for the rest of your natural-born life. If you don't watch your step, you want another one? Yes. That's another one right now. I've got... No, wait. Typo. Sorry about that. Okay, you got it. You got another one right there. That's another one, pal. Cut it out. Vernon, you through? Not even close, bud. Vernon, good. You got one more right there. Bender, do you really think I'd give a crap? Vernon, another. Bender glares at him. Vernon, you through? Bender, how many is that? Brian, that's 7, including the one when we first came in and you asked Mr. Vernon whether Barry Manilow knew that he raided his closet. Vernon, Bender, now it's 8. To Brian, you stay out of it. Brian, excuse me, sir, it's 8. Vernon, Shut up, Pee-wee. To Bender. You're mine, Bender. For 2 months, I gotcha. I gotcha. Bender. What can I say? I'm thrilled. Vernon. Oh, I'm sure that's what you want these people to believe. You know something, Bender? You ought to spend a little more time trying to do something with yourself and little less time trying to impress people. You might be better off. To everyone. Alright, that's it. I'm going to be right outside those doors. The next time I have to come in here, I'm cracking skulls. Bender screams, Screw you! Scene 2, Vernon is standing there staring at the sleeping kids. Vernon, wake up! Who has to go to the lavatory? Everyone raises their hands. Bender is tearing papers out of a book. He is tossing them around. Andrew, that's real intelligent. Bender, you're right. It's wrong to destroy literature. And you tear pages out. Bender, it's such fun to read, and Mollet really pumps me up. Moliere. Brian, I love his work. He picks up the card catalog drawer and begins to take cards out. Bender, big deal. Nothing to do when you're locked in a vacancy. Andrew, speak for yourself. Bender, do you really think I'd speak for you? I don't even know you or language. Andrew turns to Claire. Are you grounded tonight? I don't know. My mother says I am, but my father says... Wait. I don't know. My mother says I am, but my dad told me to just blow her off. Big party at Stubby's. Parents are in Europe. Should be pretty wild. Yeah? And Andrew, yeah, can you go? I doubt it. How come? Well, because if I do what my mother tells me not to do, it's because my father said it's okay. There's like this whole big monster deal. It's endless and it's a total drag. It's like any minute, divorce. Who do you like better? What? You like your old man better than your mom? They're both strict. No, I mean, if you had to choose between them, I don't know, I'd probably go live with my brother. I mean, I don't like either one of them. I don't think either one of them gives a crap about me. It's like they use me to just get back at each other. You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Well, if I didn't, nobody else would. Oh, you're breaking my heart. Sporto? What? You get along with your parents? Well, if I say yes, I'd be an idiot. If I say yes, I'm an idiot, right? Bender, you're an idiot anyway, but if you say you get along with your parents, well, you're a liar too. Bender turns and walks away from him. Andrew follows and pushes Bender. You know something, man? If we weren't in school right now, I'd waste you. Brian, hey fellas, Andrew pushes away from Brian. I don't like my parents either. I don't get along with them. Their idea of parental compassion is just, wacko. Bender turns to Brian. Dork? Brian, yeah? Bender, you are a parent's dream, okay? Brian, well, that's a problem. Bender, I can see you getting all bunched up for them making you wear these kind of clothes. Face it, you're a neo-maxi zoom dweeby. What would you be doing if you weren't out making yourself a better citizen? Andrew, what do you have to insult everybody? Bender, I'm being honest, jerk. I would expect you to know the difference. Andrew, yeah, well, he's got a name. Bender, yeah? Andrew, yeah, what's your name? Brian. Andrew, see? My condolences. What's your name? What's yours? Claire. Claire? Wait, Claire. Claire. It's a family name. No, it's a fat girl's name. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm not fat. Well, not at present, but I could see you really pushing maximum density. You see, I'm not sure if you know, but there are two kinds of fat people. There's fat people that were born to be fat, And then there's fat people that were once thin, but they became fat. So when you look at them, you can sort of see that thin person inside. See, you're gonna get married, you're gonna squeeze a few puppies, and then Mime's becoming fat, making noises. Claire gives him the finger. Oh, obscene finger gestures from such a pristine girl. I'm not that pristine. Bender, are you a virgin? I'll bet you $1 million that you are. Let's end the suspense. Is it gonna be a white one? Why don't you just shut up?